Welcome to Pre-Algebra Summer Review. Today we're going to be looking at review number 3, subtracting integers. Now, subtracting integers can be a little bit more difficult than adding, but it is easy if you remember that you actually add. I know it sounds a little crazy, but when you add integers with different signs, you actually subtract, and when you subtract integers, you actually add. Let's see how that works. So number 1 says 5 minus 8 equals negative 3. Well, how do I get that? Well, remember that we do something called same opposite opposite. And you should have learned this last year in you may have learned this last year in 7th grade math. And we use SOO sometimes to abbreviate same opposite opposite. So what actually happens is the first number stays the same, you change the subtraction to its opposite or add, and you change the second integer to its opposite. So if it's positive it becomes negative, if it's negative it becomes positive. Once you use SOO, you follow the rules for adding integers. Sounds confusing, but after you learn the rule it's really easy. So we have 5 minus 8 equals same opposite opposite equals negative 3, because remember I have more negatives than positives. I subtract 8 minus 5 and I get positive 3, but I had more negatives, so my answer is negative. Same with number 2. 3 minus 9 is same opposite opposite. I subtract the 2. I had more negatives than positives, so my answer is negative 6. Now let's try a couple together. So if you're watching the video, obviously I'm going to do these problems with you. If you were trying to do them on your own, you would need to work them on your own. But we have 6 minus 7. So 6 minus 7, 6 stays the same, subtraction becomes addition, 7 becomes negative 7. So we have 6 plus negative 7. We know we're going to subtract the 2, and we get 1, but we had more negatives, so the answer is negative 1. Number 4, we have 10 minus 19, so 10 stays the same, subtraction becomes addition, change this to negative 19. That means we're going to subtract 19 minus 10 using our adding different signs rule, and we get 9, but we had more negatives than positives, so it becomes negative 9. Now let's look at these. We've got negative 6 minus 7, same, opposite, opposite. This time we're using the adding same sign rule, so we just add them. Negative 6 plus negative 7 is negative 13. Here we have negative 8 minus 14 equals negative 8 plus negative 14, same, opposite, opposite. Adding same signs rule, so we add them and we get negative 22. So because we're adding two negatives, we get a negative. So let's try it. Number 7 says negative 9 minus 12, so same, change to addition, change to negative 12, same signs, so we add them together and we get negative 21. Same thing with number 8, same, opposite, opposite. We're adding two negatives, so instead of subtracting like we did up here when we had different signs, we just add the two together and we get negative 22. Now let's look at these in number 9 and 10. We got 5 minus negative 3, same, opposite, opposite. Now these are simple because they're both adding positive, so 5 plus 3 is 8. 4 minus negative 9 is 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. So let's look at these together. Number 11. 3 minus negative 12 is same, opposite, opposite. 3 plus 12 is 15. Number 12, we have 2 minus negative 5, same, opposite, opposite. 2 plus 7 is 9. So they're very simple if you follow the rule and you don't just try to guess at it. If you learn the rule and you follow it, it's very simple. Now look at these. In number 13, we have negative 4 minus negative 5. So negative 4, same, opposite, opposite. Negative 4 plus 5. Remember that we're now adding different signs. When we add different signs, we subtract. 5 minus 4, we had more positives, so our answer is positive 1. Here we had negative 6 minus negative 3 equals same, opposite, opposite. Negative 6 plus 3. We subtract because we had different signs. We had more negatives, so we get negative 3. Let's try these. Same, opposite, opposite. If you look at negative 7 plus 9 and you automatically know it's 2, that's good. If not, we're adding different signs, so we subtract and we get 2. We had more positives, so our answer is positive 2. For 16, we get negative 9, same, opposite, opposite. Now, if you can tell that's negative 2, then you are finished. You don't need to do the extra work. If not, we're going to take 9 minus 7 equals 2. We had more negatives, so our answer is negative. If you are still having problems with this, I would suggest you spend a little more time reviewing subtracting integers, maybe even look online for some additional help. Email me if you have questions, because it's going to be real important in August that you're able to do this without help, since this is something that you're reviewing from 7th grade math. Let's go ahead and turn the page. We've got homework number 3, subtracting integers. You have 20 problems. All 20 problems are due on August 20th when you come back from summer to the first day of school. And show the amount of work that you need to show in order to get the answers. Do not use a calculator. You at least need to show the same opposite opposite part. And if you're able to do it from there without showing anything else, that's fine. If not, go ahead and do the work like we did on the review.